Very much for joining me in HEALTHWING, where we help you stay happy, healthy, and strong. So apparently leo nataka tuongelele kuhusu mental health. Like it has become a very big problem, very big issue. People are killing themselves, people are dying just because of love, stress, life. Like people have become animals, monsters who will just slash other people's life out of their neck. And I feel like it's something that really should be addressed, and people should think about it. In a video that I did, it's the last video I did, we talked about mental health in men. And for sure, it's not only men who are going through mental problems. A few days ago, a certain girl in Moi University just killed herself because of relationship issues. Yeah, just took her life away because of relationships. Like, what's really going on? I just want to get you, like, let's talk about it. Yeah, it's health, it's mental health, and it's something that right now it's of a big and very huge issue in the world. How do we get to control our how do we get to control our lives, like as human beings, so that we avoid mental issues? How? Someone asked me a while ago, if you were to be given something that you would live with it the rest of your life, how would what would you do to it? And um first, like, what is that thing that you would like to stay with the rest of your life? Yes, for sure we don't choose. We choose I would choose life, because it's the only thing that I can stay with it the rest of my life. You choose happiness, like it's not a must that you get to get happy. Like, you choose to embrace life with its ups and downs, because it will never be a smooth path. Nothing is that easy. Nothing. Like, I haven't seen anything easy in this life we're living in. I haven't. So I'll just take life, polish it. Like, by then, let me tell you what I chose. I chose a car. Yeah, then the person asked me, so now that you chose a car, what would you do to this car to maintain its viability for the rest of your life? And I'm like, yeah, it needs a lot of work, like really a lot. So I'm like, I would make sure all services is that it's done, it has been done too. So it says, you'd chosen a car, you'd polish it, you'd do everything that it needs to be done to it, to maintain its life. Yes. So what about you've given your life and you're asked to maintain it the same way you would maintain your car, your mind, your soul. Like, that's your life, your mind. We take for granted nursing our minds, feeding our minds, living our minds, like putting our minds correctly in the correct frame, and so on and so on. But we really need to do that, to keep our minds clear, to keep our minds calm. We should, the first thing, I think the first thing to beat in stress and all that is knowing in this life that nothing will come easy. And yeah, nothing will come easy, so we just leave it as it is. It's not bad to cry, it's not bad to feel bad, it's not bad to have regrets. Yeah, but how do you handle your regrets? How do you handle your problems? That is what matters, and that's what pushes most people into depression and lastly killing themselves. Yeah, mostly mostly this thing is, so it's motivated by grief. Yes, death, being left by a lover. Those are all things that really, it will happen at a point in time in your life. You may lose someone, you may, a lover might leave you. Like, it's just life. What matters is, how do you handle these issues? And I feel like telling you something that I feel everyone who is facing life issues should take into mind. You should always know you're not alone. You're not. And the problem you're going through, most probably you're not the first one to go through that. I know I sound a bit harsh, but really, most problems you're going through, we are not the first people who are going through these problems. I know, I quite know that from experience. And sometimes our problems are not as big as we see them. They're not that big. They're just an amplification of our mind. Our mind amplifies what we face in life. Yeah, it does. If it's depression, no one cannot go through depression. So do not say that someone is rich, or someone is having a proper family, or someone is having all things that you desire, so he or he cannot go through depression. That person has a very big possibility of going through depression, because does it choose, comes to everyone. And I think we should learn to embrace and see the signs and symptoms of people going through stress, depression. One, these people are so aggressive, like so aggressive. They pull, wanatoka, like they don't want to associate with other people, simply because they don't, most times they have, if you ask someone will tell you that I don't feel like I'm fitting in. But you just fit in 3 days ago. Why aren't you fitting in right now? That person has own issues, like mind. Sometimes if it's issues of grief, really you cannot do much. Just let the person go through the stages of grief. I'm just talking from my own experiences. So if you feel we should talk really more about this with the doctors, give this video a thumbs up, and let's know what we can do. Or if you feel you've gone through this and you can help someone going through this, I'll give you a platform for sure. Like, I'll let you talk to these people. I'll let you talk to my subscribers so that they may get to know that some things that you're going through, it's not as big as you think. And we are not even the first ones to experience these things. They've been experienced by other people. And by knowing how they are coping up, we can not to move on with it. Yeah. So one thing, no matter what you go through, your parents are your number one. Maybe if you do not have a parent, or you lost parents, there is that someone, that one person who is always there for you, like always. I don't think God can be that unfair to not give you even one person to confide in. There are people you can. So you just need to know who are these people that I can talk to. Yeah. And if you feel like you should connect with someone, just connect with people. Like, just talk to them. Sometimes there could be triggers. Yeah. When you're mourning or when you're grieving, you may get triggers that remind you of someone, that person who left you, or maybe oh, sorry for that. I'm back. Yeah, and we're talking about mental health. Mental health. Yeah, so let's talk about the stages of grief. I said that most times we have to let people go through their stages of grief, and there is no a certain way of grieving. Like it's not a certain way that people grieve. No, people do this in different ways, and you should just listen to these people. How do they feel? Most times we are not people are not here. People do not need you to talk to them. No, they need you for them to talk to you. They need you to talk to you too. To talk to, not. Yes, so when it comes to grieving, there are five, five stages of grieving. The first one is denial, second one is anger, third one is bargaining, fourth one is depression, then acceptance. They may not follow each other as I just mentioned them, no. Sometimes they may nini differently, like they may come differently, like in a different sequence. So when it comes to the first one, which is denial, is the point that like you do not want to accept that certain thing is happening. If it's your lover that mmeachana, utaki kukubali alikuacha. Like you're just asking yourself questions. Mbona alikuacha? Why is it why you, like in this stage it looks like you begin avoiding people. You just unahamisha kila kitu, like everything that you should do, you feel like you should do it next time. You feel like there is just a next time to do whatever you should be doing right now. You just procrastinate everything. You start forgetting things at this stage. Yeah, you're easily distracted, like you're in class and then you're off. Yeah, and you're always finding something to do, like you're so busy every time. You're busy, 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 and every time that you're thinking it's fine, I'm fine, just trying to convince yourself that you're fine. At this point, the person who is undergoing denial stage, it feels shock, numbness, confusion. Sometimes feels like the body inakataa kazi. Yeah, and that's denial stage. When it comes to anger stage, it's a stage that now you become so aggressive to everybody and anybody. Like you just you're just so aggressive to everything. Like I mean everything. Nothing is you feel like is working for you. Nothing you feel like it's there for your benefit. Nothing. You just feel like everything is network problems. Anyways, I'm back. So we were talking about stages of grief, and we just did the first stage, which was denial. The second stage, which is okay. The second stage, which is anger, and anger here is you're so pessimistic about everything. You feel like nothing is working for you, nothing is working to the right way, and what you feel is a rage, impatience, frustration, embarrassment, and you feel like you're out of control. makasiriko tu, like unapata tu unakasirika haraka. Everything that comes your way, you can even kick a dog just because you're sad. Then bargaining, that's now where you feel like, that's where you start ruminating on the future and on the past. Like you start thinking about these things properly, and you, not properly, but you're overthinking and worrying. What if this past is going to affect your future? You start comparing yourself with others. You start predicting the future and assuming the worst. Wow. Yeah. And that's when you start perfectionism. You start doing things, you want everything to be perfect. What you feel guilty, you feel shame, you blame yourself, you feel fear, anxiety, insecurities. Like the judgment is always on yourself. You just comparing yourself with others, and you feel like, no, it's like I don't fit in. It's like I am the one who is not chosen properly. I'm the one who is not working properly. I'm the only person who is, like, you're so negative when it comes to everything about you, and you think everything on the worst. If it's something that you compare, when it comes to comparison, just compare towards the negative way. You don't see the positive. And now you get into depression. When it comes to depression, if you want to know, like, you are undergoing depression, you don't sleep, you lose your appetite. You can either lose your appetite or gain your appetite. Sometimes when you're stressed, you feel like you should eat more. Some people, when they get stressed, they eat more. Some people, when they get stressed, they eat less. So most times it goes with your, how you do when you're stressed. So if most times when you're stressed, your appetite goes low, even during this stage, which is depression, your appetite goes low. If you're stressed, your appetite goes up. Even during this time, your appetite goes up and you overeat. You feel reduced energy, like a reduced social interest. You do not want to interact with people, and you feel less motivated to do anything. Like by that time, you feel like you do not have anything that you should live for. Yeah, the feeling is, you feel sad, desperation, you feel like you're helpless, your hope is gone, you feel disappointed, and you feel overwhelmed. Like everything that comes to you, you feel like this thing big. Yeah, that's the depression stage. Then there is the acceptance stage, which is now the healing stage. You mindful of your behaviors at this stage. You enjoy reacting with people, interacting with people and reality, and you start seeing reality as it is. You start living in the now than in the past and present future, like in the like in the depression stage, where you always think about past and future. And then at this point, you accept yourself, you adapt, you feel good enough, you face life with courage, you validate everything and feel like self-compassion. You do not need anyone to tell you that you're good enough, because you are. You feel pride in yourself, you feel wisdom. Sometimes I feel like it gets to a point in life and you feel like nothing is working for the benefit of you. Nobody is even minding. But sometimes it's not like people are not to the benefit of, things are not working to the benefit of you, or people are not minding. I said sometimes the mind exaggerates things. So sometimes you feel like these people are not for me. They're not for the good of my life. But really, it's not the people who are not for the good of your life. It's you who is feels like you're not fitting in these people's company. Like, do you ever stay in a company and you feel like, no, I'm not supposed to be here. This is not the right place for me to be. Do you? Because really, I do. Mostly when I'm stressed, I feel like they don't fit. I don't fit in. Like, how will they take me? I'll not contribute to anything. Yeah. It's a feeling that most people will get. Most people. Most. So, okay, talking about mental health, I feel like it's a part of life that has been put aside and people watu wameisahau. And when it comes to mental health in, okay, let me not say in men, but let me say when it comes to partners, I think if there is any person who should know your mental health than any other person in this world, it's your partner. If we learn to open to someone and put our trust in them, and these people, like manyoks wanatoka, like we assume that these people are good to hear our problems, I think we would be working better. I think so. Like, we just find someone to trust, someone to give us the energy to push on. The problem is just finding the person. How do you find that person who will walk by you, for you, with you, alongside with you? Like, this person is always there for you. It's always a privilege, by the way. It's always a privilege to have someone who cares. So why don't you be that someone who cares for someone else? Let that person know that you care. Because sometimes it's not, we care, yes, and shut big, like we just shut up and don't say and don't express ourselves and end up with people who think like we don't care while we do. So communication is a very important part of this life. When you care about people, we should at least we should let these people know that really it's not a big of a deal in this life, because I'm with you for life. Sometimes we may be going through problems, both of you may be going through your own problems, both of you, and the reactions may change. Like, if you don't feel like you should mtu afai kuniletea stress zake, niko na zangu. Kwanza saizi unga imefika 220, ukifikiria wewe ndo baba and you should provide. I don't think you'll see the problem even when your wife is going through stress. Yeah, because really when it comes to men, they have a lot of societal pressure. But remember, you're not the only person who's having that societal pressure. We are coping up. So remember, just remember, in this life, there's nothing you're going through that is new. And every time, every action in life, it has something that you can do. Like, there's always solution. Always. If the solution to your heartbreak is, okay, I won't say, but there's always solution. Find it. Find that solution. it might help you. Like, we have never been given a one-way traffic. There is always solution. And quoting from the Bible says, ask and shall be given, seek and shall find, knock and the door shall be opened for you. So it's not like every time that you knock, someone just opens the door for you. Sometimes there might be delay. Yes. So you need some patience, some resilience for you to get to that thing that you're praying for. And be a friend of your mind. Keep your mind close. Let you know when you're going through a problem and let you know what to do about it, because there is always like always solution. I'm getting to the end of this live, and so in case you've been with me, thank you for being with me. And in case you're watching this video after uploading, please, thank you. And please, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe, hit the like button, share, and let's walk this journey together. Till next, bye.